Welcome to my channel, Let's Talk. That was a moment of silence for Mr. Samuel. Um, there's something I wanted to say. Uh, this thing about the manosphere and all of that, please understand that he had a job to do. That was Kevin Samuel's job. He had a job to do. A lot of people were upset and bent out of shape because I guess he, of the way that he moved on. But I think people lose sight of the fact that this person is right here on earth with us. This is not a supreme being. And he advocated for things that he thought needed attention. I'm saying this because even though a lot of time has passed, I had time to reflect on the fact that a lot of you out there think people are beyond what they are. So when he came on YouTube, he has such a big following. That was his job. Okay? It's not particularly my job. It's just something that I do. I don't get paid. Not me. Okay? I'm not saying I couldn't. I'm just saying when I come, I just try to express what I have. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. No one's compelling me. I'm not compelled to do it because it's a job. I do it because I simply want to, whether you agree or not. So, Kevin Samuels was a man who was a influencer, as they say, and he expressed his opinions about different things he felt needed attention. I myself don't believe in a man's sphere. Because if there's a man's sphere, then there's a woman's sphere, then there's a child's sphere, then there's a dog's sphere, then there's a sky sphere. It's a sphere for everything. But we are all part of nature. That's my position. And that's how I see it. There is a person for everyone. You just have to find that compatible person. But first you need to know who you are. You have to know what you like. You should have taken time to learn about yourself. Sometimes that takes years. So before you try to settle down with anyone, you have to work on balancing yourself and attaining some self-actualization. In simple terms, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. Okay? It's not your right to put down somebody else. If someone is making less income than you and they're on a lower economics level, then if that's not what you want, that's not what you want. Ain't got nothing to do with the person is of high value. Everybody's of high value. Everybody have some value. That makes, to me, no sense. Are you compatible? Do you balance each other? That's a different thing. Do you have the same morals, values, principles? Those kind of culture. If you have those things in common, if you're willing to compromise, and if your foundation is love, respect, love and respect, morality. If you have those things, you can build with a person, especially if you want to improve your life. especially if that person recognizes that within themselves they have things they have to work on. And if those things are so great that they can impair or impede or interfere with someone else doing that for themselves, then perhaps it's not time to get deep into a relationship like that. Maybe it's time for the beginning stage of a relationship where you get to know a person. But if you don't know yourself, there's no need to try to get to know a person, because you could end up hurting someone else and hurting yourself. So, if you look around in nature, you know, things are grouped together in a certain way. And they're grouped together in a certain way for a reason. There's no need for division and conflict when these things can be resolved by looking within yourself and working on yourself and finding things that create conflict for you. Then once you know yourself, then you can join, because you can't just pick somebody. You and that person should agree that this is what you want to do together. I pick a high value man, I pick a high value. Foolishness. There's a whole world of things that you need to know to be with another person, and a person to be with you, and you have to agree. Because really and truly, when you look at marriage, they say is an institution, but it is also an agreement, a contract based on finances. Whether you have or don't have doesn't make a difference, because when you part and you break that contract or you end that contract, there's going to be some money involved. Unless there's no money involved. Okay? That's my opinion though. So everybody may have an opinion. Some constructive, some destructive. But remember, behind that opinion, there's just a person. Don't idolize and worship people. Don't create false ideas based on somebody's perspective. Don't create division based on somebody's idea that they think may need attention, and they very well could be right. But it doesn't mean because that's what they want attention brought forward that that's how they're living their life. There's no need to get angry, feel disappointed. Just take it for what it's worth. Those were ideas being shared with you, being shared with me, and either, if you can use it, use it. If not, lose it. MCs, viewers, friends, family, tell me what you think. Peace and blessings.